Have you ever worried about a situation that left you debilitated? I mean, it was so fearsome. It left you loathing and doubting and just not looking forward to whatever it is that was supposed to happen. Well, I've been there too, my friend. And today we're going to talk about worry and how you can overcome. Hi, I'm Natasia, a wife, mother, coach, and consultant. My mission is to help encourage you and inspire you on this journey we call life. On this channel, we talk about faith, we talk about personal growth, development, leadership, and just everyday things in life that could occur. So if this sounds like something you're into, then hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you will not miss out on new episodes. Let's get into our topic today, worry. Okay, so this situation where I was worried left me worried for a reason. I was going on a trip to California. It was a 5-day trip. And on this trip, I had to stop at 5 different locations within California. I started off in Northern California and went down to Southern California. Midway in my trip, I had to go to LA. This facility I had to go to and visit was in the middle of Compton. Dare I say it, the middle of Compton off South Central Boulevard. When I spoke with colleagues and told them about the trip that I was making, I heard comments such as, oh, they must not like you if they're sending you there because they have muggings and kidnappings that have happened at that facility. You need to be careful when you go out there. So, needless to say, I was worried. I was scared out of my mind, but it was a work trip, so I had to go. So on this trip down to California during my first layover, we were stopped at the runway and there was a minor delay getting off the plane and making way to the next leg of the flight. So the guy sitting next to me struck up a conversation and he kind of stopped me in my tracks. I know that sounds really weird, right? He stopped me in my tracks. Okay, so the first question he asked me was, where are you from? Simple question. However, when he asked me where I was from and I gave the answer, he said, "Oh, I'm from that place too." Now get this, guys. This place is a small town in Maryland. Not many people know about this town. So it was very ironic and coincidental that this guy happened to be from the same place I was at. So he said, "What's your name?" So I gave him my maiden name. And then he immediately again stopped me in my tracks. He asked me about a particular person. And my reaction, let me just say I started crying because the name that he mentioned and asked me if I knew based off of my maiden name was my father. My father passed away in 1999. It was just so coincidental and ironic that this guy sitting next to me happened to be one of my father's childhood friends. He had no idea that he passed away, but he didn't understand what that did for me in that moment. One, I was already scared. People were saying there's muggings and kidnappings at these facilities. You need to be careful. They must not like you if they're sending you out there. So I was scared. I was worried. I was in fear. And to know that this man, whom I didn't know was on the plane sitting next to me, grew up with my father and was a childhood friend. It was at that moment that I realized that God was real. God was real. He was letting me know that no matter what I'm afraid of, no matter what could or could not happen, I didn't have anything to worry about because it was already taken care of. He knew my fears and he knew exactly how to get my attention in that moment to let it all go. So, needless to say, it was a great trip. I ended up making friends with the people who were there, and it was amazing. I had nothing to worry about in the end. So, I just wanted to share this story with you to talk about worry and how you can overcome it. There's a verse in the Bible, I think it's Matthew 6:27, and it talks about what hours can we add to our day by worrying? Nothing. So it was in this situation where God became real and I learned to let go. I use this exercise and it typically helps me. So when I'm worried, I write it out in a journal. I write about what my worry is. I clarify what the worry is, what the impacts could be. And I talk about what the potential solutions are. And then I back it up in scripture. So I let it go on that paper in that journal. And once I let it go, it's done. I do not allow myself to worry about it anymore. Oftentimes, when I do this exercise, I mean, literally within hours, I have nothing to worry about anymore. It's already covered because I let it go. So, I just wanted to get on here and share a little bit about worry and give you some tips to help you with worry. I would love to hear about stories that you've had that have dealt with worry and how you overcame it. Leave it in the comments below. So, until next time, take care.